Welcome back to Final Trade and today's episode of Premodern Power with Land Tax. One of the most overpowered white cards, one of the most overpowered drawled cards ever made. Just a great card all around, so many uses. It probably should belong in every white deck. I don't know, maybe only 90% of them. The wonderful thing about this card is that not only does it cost 1 mana so that you can put it out on the first turn, but it's essentially like playing 3 demonic tutors per turn to pull basic land out of your deck. So you get all this card advantage, potentially 3 cards per turn of card advantage, and you thin the land out of your deck so that you're more likely to draw other spells later in the game. And, if you end up drawing a bunch of those lands and you just have to discard them, oh well. You've thinned the deck, you've filled all the empty spots in your hand with land. Maybe you discard a few, not a big deal. The really great thing about land tax, though, is when you pair it with its good friend, Scroll Rack. And so you can take those land cards that you pull out of your hand, or out of your deck, and you can put them on top of your library and draw extra cards with them. And so as you continue to thin the land out of your deck, you draw more cards, and you put them on your library and you get other useful spells from them. And so the combination of these two is really like drawing 3 extra spells per turn. It's an unbelievable amount of card advantage that you get from this. And so the really nice thing is land tax makes you shuffle your deck, and Scroll Rack doesn't. So normally when you're using Scroll Rack, if you had, say, about 5 cards in your hand and you're just swapping them back and forth every turn, you get to the point where you know the next 4 or 5 cards on top of your deck, and it's really that next card down that's the new card you're getting. And so because you have land tax, now you're actually shuffling your deck every turn. And so you can shuffle the deck and then put some lands that you just drew out of it on top, Scroll Rack them for more useful cards, and then the next turn you pull those same land cards back out of your deck again with land tax. It's just an unbelievable combo, and even on its own, land tax is an amazing card. I use it in White Weenie, I use it in Rack Balance, I use it in Stasis, maybe something else I can't think of right now, but it's just so versatile, so powerful, so much card advantage. It's really should be considered for any white deck that you build for this era. If you like this kind of thing, these great old vintage cards, consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, and joining me on Final Trade. Thanks a lot.